Thanks. Just chilling.
No, I think they just left to go to the bathroom. Oh, yeah.
That's actually ridiculous. I have to wait one. Yes. We'll find it. What? On the other one? Huh? I don't know. That's 5 minutes. I shall find it. Go find it. job.
Well, I guess Maynard's bigger. He's really six. But he's also 6'5". Well, yeah, Maynard is the most perfect linebacker of all time. Like, he has the perfect work. He's so lucky. Looking for Mike.
Just better.
Puppy was big, right? Like, he was big too.
What? This is a big dude,
Yeah,
right?
he's big. But like, he wouldn't be like,
He's at least like 6'3".
yeah, he's big.
Right. You gotta be on.
You know, check it. He's good.
Not all too bad.
The only all right, where's the line? This is what 50 is? No, he's getting real close to this, watch it, how much was this Christian? All right, give me, I think it was the last 10.
What?
It was the last 10.
What's wrong with you?
You're not lying. Not 95. You think it was 98?
I don't know. I didn't look at his name yet.
You don't want a 98. He's not on the roster, but
Maybe we got his name on.
or he's not on the roster yet. It's not this one, right?
We just did the. No, he has short hair. If you got a picture of him, if you got a picture of some random dude, like it wasn't Mikey, man, but it could be him on the picture. I saw what he looked like. I know what he looks like. Or black curly hair. Not really any picture.
The movie is 246
Who is?
The movie. Or other than that, the movie is 246, it's released for 3.
Sad.
Oh, he's on Parker's 246.
Who's on
We're looking for a mic.
When he hits 10 on yours, I'm done. Okay?
Down to my 5 cents.
Yeah, that's cool. No.
We're gonna find you. We're at 27 already. Alright. Got them all. This. I saw him. He said he plays pizza.
What?
He did.
What? Huh?
Maybe in the corner. Nope. Nope. Found it.
Got you? Not him.
Sit down, bro. Let's go. Let me try it. This is the last. We're in the 80s.
Yo, what's up, man? Just hanging out, like always. Just chilling. Kicking my feet. Kicking my legs. You're fine, dude. You can do whatever you want. Like I said, I'd be doing this if there's no, you know what I mean? You're here, no one's here. I'm just here, dude. I just record, man. I just record. You ever seen that show called The Truman Show? And it's like that guy who's always on TV. I'm like that, but I'm recording myself. I'm like the non-stop show, man. You can always like see, well, he's at the gym again. Well, he's playing video games again. Well, he's drinking another cup of coffee. I'm always there. You've heard of it? Yeah, it's like some Matrix-y kind of show. It's like this guy, he like was born in like a movie studio. I don't think it's Jim Carrey. If it is, it's him super young. But he like lives in this like, he lives in a Hollywood set and he doesn't know it. It's like, there's like a fake sun and everything. But like everybody watches him like his whole life. And then one day he like figures out the truth. One day he like figures out that like everybody does the exact same thing every day. And he like breaks out of it. Everybody does the exact same thing and he like breaks out. I think it's kind of like telling about society as well a little bit, you know what I mean? Like everybody's basically doing the exact same thing every day, but every once in a while somebody just breaks out. It's supposed to be the 50s. It's like, it is some like retro era that he's like trapped in for sure. It's like some like American golden age kind of thing, you know, that like is where he lives in. Yeah, he like breaks out. He like crosses the fake ocean and like punches through a wall. That's like the set wall. But he like goes crazy because like everybody in his life just does the exact same thing. They say the exact same thing like every day. But I think it's like a story about life kind of, you know? It's like, that's just what happens with the world. Everybody gets like to some understanding about what normal is. And then every once in a while, somebody comes along and just knocks everyone else out, you know, with like maybe what the real world is, kind of thing. So, you know, humans were masters of creating our own, like, you know, sense of life, but it's not necessarily what has to be, you know. It's like we don't have to have all these things. It's like, what is life about? Like food and shelter, basically. But where is Blue State playing? I have no idea. Are you talking about Blue Mountain State? I used to watch that. Is it streaming? I'm not. I used to watch. I used to like. I did these things called torrents. I was like a pirate on the internet. It's like ultimate sharing with the world. Just imagine if everybody was your friend. You can watch stuff that is your friends, right? It's like a whole underground hacker network. I used to like torrent everything. I don't really even watch anything anymore, but I just used to torrent everything I wanted. Blue Mountain State. Yeah, I used my internet hacking skills and got it off the internet. It's not really, I don't really know where it's streaming or anything like that. I think it's an HBO. You watch the NAS videos? Nice, man. Nice, Biggs. But yeah, it's I think it's an HBO thing, so I think you can just type it on Google. Blue Mountain State, yeah, that's what it's called. Blue Mountain State. It's like a show about this guy who's like, he's like the second string quarterback because he says it's better than the first string because you get to do everything the first string does, but you don't have to, like, the pressure isn't there or whatever. You could probably type in on Google, you could probably type in like Blue Mountain State streaming. Type it in on Google and see where it's streaming. It should tell you where it streams at. But Biggs, that's super cool, man. Yeah, that's like the most legitimate thing I've ever done with this channel. So I was like accepted by one of the top agencies of the state as like legitimate, like channel for resources, you know? So I went there, man, and recorded it as much as I could. I seriously did not let anything like pass by. I recorded everything. And at the time in like 4K or whatever. I like brought like 2 computers with me, and like I had to, like, every night I had to like take all the videos off my phone because they took up so much space, and then go and re-record everything the next day, and like had like tripod with me and all this stuff, dude. But yeah, that's like the most legitimate thing I've ever done, but cool, and I'm glad that you watched those. Somebody at least watched them, you know? Made it somewhere. But I'll tell you what, if there was anything out in space, it's me. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's just like the other side of the world. It's like you get there and you just realize, like, oh, it's just a person. Like, what's out in outer space? Like a really weird guy. Oh, the speakers? Yeah, I mean, they're talking about like advanced science and physics and stuff. They're like all talking about like cutting edge like physics and science and experiments and whatever else. So yeah, man. That's super cool that you watch those. I'm glad that somebody got to enjoy them, you know? Somebody that I got feedback from. It's like, I feel like a lot of people have enjoyed my stuff, but not a lot of people say something. It's like, 1, it's hard to get a subscriber. 2, it's hard to get engagement. 3, You know what I mean? Like, if all those happen, then it's like, wow. So it's like we managed all three because of you, dude. So I'd like to give you a high five on that end. War cannons around and a lot of vegetation. Dude, I'll tell you, Virginia is an interesting place. It kind of feels like the jungle. I like went there and I was like, this place is like tropical. There's kind of, I'm like used to like dry, deserty, like pine trees. Pine trees are the only tree that can grow because they're like the sturdiest tree with the like disease resistant, and like they can survive in like the mountain air and stuff. But I went there, dude, and like, dude, I was like, this place is like a jungle, man. Virginia over here is like a straight up jungle. And like everything was so super old. Everything was very, very old. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's called the Goddard Space Station. But yeah, I just want to say like thanks for like we completed the circle, you know what I mean? Like you and me, we like completed that whole circle, man. We like made it something, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just thanks, you know. Like I said, Prime Video, you have to check it out. It's a pretty good show though. I don't think that it's gonna be like it doesn't rely on like super good graphics or anything like that. It's like a show with like people like saying stuff that's funny. You don't need like, it's like a funny show. It's not like action, like whatever, you know what I mean? It's not like Marvel, where it's like, oh yeah, the old superhero movies look stupid today. Nah, it's like a comedy. So it's like, they didn't really use like green screen stuff or that doesn't have like advanced like animation needs in it or whatever. It's just people being funny. But I'd say it's worth it. Like, it's definitely like, dude, that show is like right down your alley, bro. That show is like made for you, man. If I had to say like any show that I know of, that one's like made for you, bro. Varsity Blues movie. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Varsity Blues, but I think it's like Friday Night Lights kind of show, but it's like a comedy version of it, you know? It's like, I think it's like based off like Friday Night Lights, that like show that was like on every Friday. It was like the football show, or it wasn't on every Friday, but it was about like football games every Friday or something. Like the high school team or whatever that had football games or whatever. It's like a rip on that. But maybe Varsity Blues is like the same kind of thing, like, oh, nostalgia, like, you know, varsity, like stuff like that. That's why I had those like elastic bands, Biggs. You remember that? Yeah. Didn't you see I would like braid it, dude. I had my mustache like braided up, and like, that's why I had those, because of how big my mustache was. I had like, they were like little tiny rubber bands, dude. I ordered them off the internet so I could like put my mustache out of my way so I could eat, dude. That's why I had those though. Kind of crazy, huh? I made it work. I made the mustache. People think like it is hard to eat with the mustache though. Like, don't ever think that somebody's going off easy if they have a mustache. It sucks eating food. Yeah, I've come a long way. I've just changed. I was just like, you know, I want to be a man. I just thought like, I'm gonna be a man and I'm gonna like grow out my facial hair. You know, it's basically what I thought, so. I don't know. I was just like, you know, this is like what every guy in history who's like ever been like an amazing man has had like all this crazy facial hair or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna do it, and then so I did it, you know. But yes sirree, I had one big mustachio, and yes, it was hard to eat with, very hard. I'm actually gonna go, guys, because I got to go to the restroom. So, and I obviously can't take this in there. So, I'll see you guys at the coffee shop, okay? If you want to see me there. All right, peace. Yeah, thanks, Presley.